Yes. And where do you find these people? In schools. So all the mental illnesses you be hearing, depression, schizophrenia, bipolar, autism, attention deficit hyperactive disorder, dementia, all manner of mental illness, the one you know, anxiety, drug abuse, all they start before anybody here turned 14 years. So most of them are in your schools right now. And to talk before you turn 24 years old. Half of all mental illnesses start before the age of 14 and to talk before the age of 24. So why wouldn't it be an urgent need in education? So why wouldn't it be an urgent need? Because at the age of 14, this child most likely is still in the parent's house or in the school as a boarding student. But is he going to go back home? No. Is he going to be able to communicate with you as a teacher? At 14, you are not a professor. At 14, I won't be standing and be talking to you. At 14, I will definitely be discussing some other issues with you. Maybe what I need, what I want to do in life, but not standing here and telling you about mental illness. So it's an urgent because if you do not take action as a teacher, sometimes the parents may never know where the problem is. And that is why I hold this statement very strongly. Parents Teachers Association, Parents Teachers Forum. Because it's a parents teacher thing. Parents may not know, because in this current dispensation, a lot of us as parents, we are very busy. We do not even know what is happening to our children. But you as a teacher will be able to call the person, look, madam, come. I notice this in the child. I think this child may need some evaluation. Some of them will abuse you. I'm sure some of you have you have experiences to share. Some of them will abuse you, but in your own mind, as a teacher, your conscience, know that you have done what is important. So when I said half of it start before the age of 14 and to start before the age of 24, most people of color, we are African Americans, or we call us blacks, most of us, more than half of us do not even seek for help. We don't even know where help is. And even if we know, some of us may be in denial as parents, so we be ignorant of the fact that this is a problem. So we begin to start attaching it to spiritual attack. Somebody is doing them. So we not even bother. They say, no, it's not possible. You will throw it away, you will wish it away. No. You can't throw these things away and you cannot wish them away. And at that stage where that child is, it's much, much easier to manage that child. Because we call it early intervention, because we have realized that there's a problem there, and then we took action in making sure that child got help. So it's very key as parents, as teachers, we begin to start noticing these signs and symptoms. You know, most of us in our classrooms, we have this A for apple, B for ball, C for cup, and then we have other graphical things. Why can't we have such pictorial poster that will show us what anxiety symptoms are in children, what depressive symptoms are? You know, that's why we are saying visual, audio-visual, because now when you are saying this, you begin to, it's still small. But when you see anxiety, and the child has complained, you know, It's like ABC, you quickly run through, say, I'm not a doctor, but quite a number of these things here, they kind of make sense. I need to, it may not be posted on the web, but at least equipped with it like a laminated kind of paper, or that the school will get the teachers to be trained on. So that you will just allow the children to just move through and they will not be able to get that help. So this is telling us that mental health is determined by two main factors, by nature and by nurture. By nature is the fact that some of us as children we've already been given. Why do I say we've already been given? It's not within our control. Somebody somewhere in the family has had a mental illness. It just means that that child may have it. It's hereditary. So please, if you know any medical condition that is hereditary, when you go to the hospital and you are hypertensive, they will always ask you, is there anybody in your family that is hypertensive? Anybody in your family that has diabetes? Even mental illnesses too. But most times when you come and they ask that question, most of you will say, no, God forbid, it's not possible. Why can you be asking me that kind of a question? The truth is that, yes, it may be great-grandfather, great-grand-aunt, somebody somewhere. But the nurture is the environment that child is nurtured in. Now, air pollution has been found to have people that get air pollution more, especially mothers that are pregnant. They are 3 times more likely to have children with autism than mothers that don't inhale a lot of air pollution, polluted air. So it's not like somebody is doing you. Are you living in those areas where the air is highly polluted? It's not saying that you, a pregnant woman, you are likely 3 times more than somebody who is not living in such an environment. And then for my brothers here, if you are not married by age of 30, reason being that I want to make more money, I want to have a house, I want to have a car, I want to have this, I want to have that. Studies are now showing that from 29 years and above as a man, you haven't had your first child, you are likely to have a child with autism. It studies. Age is not demand from men. And the older you become, for women, is Down syndrome. No, I'm sorry, we are not talking about the women, we are talking about, a lot of times you see the men, they don't want to marry because they don't have a lot of material things. They are not telling you marry, leave material things, because you acquire the material things to begin to use them to start managing your children. Because you may not know if you are the type that will have that child with such a disorder. So nurturing is very key, and your parenting style is so key that if you do not have that authoritarian kind of parenting style, you have the permissive, negligent kind of, you will not, if you just give your child whatever they want, you will not be able to get it right. You will teach them that they shouldn't have delayed gratification. They want it now, they get it now. And they will leave you, go to nursery school, go to primary school, they will carry that habit into the school. And they will start disrupting the class. So there's a slide there, please go, I think the next one, or I think it's the first. Go to the next, please. No, go backward. I want to show you a slide, go backward. Good. 3 in every classroom, 3 children in every classroom have a diagnosable mental health problems, and half of them, like I said, before the age of 14. But there's another slide I think we may have to go, maybe as we go on, that teachers report 93% times that the children in their class, they are not, because of the 1 or 2 children disrupting the class, they are not able to deliver what they are supposed to deliver. You will see that 1 or 2 children and you have 20 children to manage, the whole class is upside down. And that is why we are now looking at social inclusion, children with special needs included into the classroom. Because if you exclude them, you will not even get the right answer. You will not even get the right way to deal with that child, because that child still needs to be among his or her peers, but as much as possible getting the right thing done. Who has ever had a child you think could be having anxiety, but you don't know the name, but just feel that that child, there's something wrong? Is there anybody here in your class? Yes, please. What did you see? Keep going. Yeah.
What did you notice? That is our own manner. Now your mom, where you forget, child, what do I need? Okay. How can I help you? That is your lesson. Getting it. What have you done as a school?
Now, then she will think that there is more to it and all that. The truth is that that child needs what we call psychoeducational assessment. An assessment that will determine whether that child is having even a physical problem that is making him not to retain memory well. It's not all memory, you are not retaining memory that is one, no. Why? And by the time they rule out all that, what the pediatrician will do for that child? They'll do blood test, do scan, do this. They'll say, no, it's not, I don't think that is it. Then you now look for a neuro pediatrician or a child and adolescent psychiatrist or a child and adolescent psychologist. There are people like that will now run assessment for this child and see whether this child is having an attention deficit. What she described now may be an attention deficit thing. Truthfully, what a child will exhibit as anxiety is not what you and I will exhibit. The way for mothers, let me just give you a very typical example. You've left the house now. By the time you are coming back home, if your children are not on meeting break, your children are in school, you see your children, they want to you and hug you and jump on you. You are their safe place. You are their home. You are their, like, all through the day, there have been a lot of problems. Now my happy place has come. That is why you see your children jump on you. Don't think that they miss you, but like, mommy is back. I can tell mommy this, I can tell mommy that. But some of us, we have failed to realize that they actually want to tell you a whole lot, but the Lagos, this is the that I've gone through today. You have to do this, and if you have a accent, now they talk, I didn't tell you, you don't be vexing for that child. Please know now that the fact that your child ran to you and hugged you and held you is because that child has seen, my peace, my happy place is around. And they want to tell you things. Allow them to tell you things. That is why a lot of child sexual abuse is going on. We are not seeing, we are not noticing. Do I sometimes feel the way I just acted? Hey, I'm stressed. The moment I just remember that I preach this, I'll just find a space in my parlor and sit down, and all of us will all sit there. Tell me, you need to change that mindset so that you will not allow this way to go through a whole lot. A child with anxiety will not tell you, my heart is beating fast, I'm sweating. No, a child with anxiety will start complaining, mommy, I don't know, my body is paining me, mommy, I'm not eating well, mommy, I don't know, my tummy is paining me. You start going to the pediatrician. They will do a lot of tests. They will give malaria medication. They will give you medicine to deworm the child. They will tell you to go and do stool tests, maybe with typhoid. All those tests may come back negative. But if you're wondering, why is this child not wanting to go to school? Why is this child always looking sickly? But this child is not a sick one now. Why is this child always like this? Anxiety and depression also occur in children. Please, children also get depressed. I've had a 9-year-old kill himself. And the 9-year-old, what is he thinking of? He's not different things. And he went to bed and he never woke up. The only reason they found that was what he did was some of the containers were not properly covered. So don't think it is a story I'm talking about America or Europe. It's happening here in Nigeria. Likewise, the girl that didn't pass her JAMB. I'm sure some of you must have heard about that. Even the one that didn't pass her SSE, some of you must have heard about that. And imagine, yes, I'm tired. I've done this SSE 3 times now. I'm keep failing. I'll just go and kill myself. The mother said, look at this one. Why don't you go and kill yourself? And she actually killed herself. So those words we use, they are powerful. The same goes to you as a teacher. Yes, in a class of 20, you may find 2-3 that are very exceptional. About 10, borderline. About another 5, they are not too good. Please try to see that those ones, the school where my children are, they will write to the parents. We have noticed that your child is lacking behind on numeracy, literacy. We will want this child to be doing 1 hour after school, 2:30 to 3:30, Monday, Wednesday. See, it's a value you are adding. The parents will thank you forever. The child will always remember. The teachers that helped me when I was small, I can't forget. There are still some teachers that are brain. I hate math, but I like the one for counting money. But when you say one, I don't like that one. The money I bought, I gave it 10 naira and 6 naira. I will say, give my 10 naira change. I know that one. But when it's just math, I don't know it. But I will keep remembering Uncle Ben because he made me intentionally to learn mathematics. So please, that honor lies on you. Can you go so that we can move? But I'm sure the time will soon be over. So, if care is not taken when it comes to urgency in education about mental health, this is what we find. The suicide cases on the rise. And please, I will emphatically say it with authority here because I'm a psychiatrist and I work with the Lagos State Lagos University Teaching Hospital Suicide Prevention Research Group, and we also report suicide cases. The suicide cases we are hearing, most of them they are talking about adults. Nobody will come and say my child killed him or herself. A number of them is among teenagers and young adults. We are talking of 15 to 24 years of age. But nobody will come out and say, look, my child died from suicide. It's not possible. So those will not be captured. Those will not be. So we are having quite a number of suicide cases. And we need to understand that it's not about somebody doing you, it's a spiritual attack. No, it can be the nature or the nurture. An unhappy mother will never have it enough to train and nurture her children to be happy. So dear fathers in this class, if you have any issue with your wife, please let it be between you and your wife. Don't let the children know there is a problem, because a happy wife is a happy home. A happy wife brings up happy children. A wife devoid of happiness can never bring up children that are happy. They are going to nurture those children with bitterness, resentment, anger, unforgiveness. And these children are going to go into the school environment and mingle with children that come from happy home and think that that is normal until they discover that it is not normal. Because we are wiring their brain with all those negative emotions. At the end of the day, they say disconnect. This is what it is in my house, and this is what it is here. Where do I belong? They be floating. And you think that child will not be depressed or anxious, or will not think. So when we talk about drug and substance abuse, it's not because they gave them. Let me tell you the genesis mainly for drug and substance abuse among our adolescents and young adults. When a child is not happy, either is anxious or is depressed, they find ways to get themselves out of that state. And in the process of finding ways, they get into wrong hands, sometimes peer pressure. And they tell them, oh, this is what we take when you are feeling like this. This is what you take when you are feeling like this. Maybe a blue, yellow, or green tablet. The child takes it, and all our fears and sadness goes away. What do you think will happen to that child the following day? He will go there and say, come, my dear friend, that tablet works magic. That's a good, that thing you gave me wrapped is a blow. I just do it small. Before you know what is happening, you will not even be meeting that child. They will be going to the source. Before you know what is happening, that one tablet will not be enough. What we call tolerance and dependence. They may need to increase the dose to get that first effect they got. What is that telling us? Gradual drug addiction. So it's not all the time it's okay because the father is drinking. So that is why the child learned how to drink. Or they live in Mushi, one environment, everybody smokes, so that's how the child learns. The child may be depressed and is looking for solution. And that may just be the child's solution. So please, let's understand that children want us to listen to them. The mothers, fathers, teachers, school owners, everybody in this room will have the answers. But the truth is that the children want you to listen to them, to understand them, and meet them at their point of need. They don't want you to listen to them to respond. Even if they are saying rubbish. I buy gadgets in my house. Monday to Friday, no TV. Saturday and Sunday, you can only watch if you done your own work. And so we do what we call talking economy, reward system. You do something, you reward. Then my boy came out 3 days ago. Last week and said, Mom, I'm not happy in this house. I'm sad. I'm this. He started doing this. I said, hey, what is the meaning of sadness? It's a daily thing. It is now shown that Roblox, it is not good for children. It teaches them child sexual abuse. It exposes them to pornography. And may I just forget it. Last week, the World Health Organization has added gaming disorder as a disease. Gaming disorder. Gaming, if you play game, is now a disease. And for you parents and teachers, burnout is now a disease like hypertension and diabetes. Those are the 2 diseases that have been added to the current diseases we have in the world. Burnout and gaming disorder. So the child will be feeling I'm not playing game today. And because we are so busy, we just carry phone. The child is playing game. Or we put on TV, we watching TV and busy. No. It's rewiring the child's brain. It is now a disorder. So you can imagine the number of people we are going to find in this disorder. So no. So we now want to say, okay, what is the way forward? Before we even go to the way forward, we talked about anxiety, drug abuse. But what about depression? Children will not tell you I'm sad. It's because my son used to hear me. Sometimes he comes for lectures like this with me. And sometimes I sit down, they are my audience in the house. We will be talking and then I will present you, this is what it is, this is what you do. That's why you know that, okay, the children will not tell you emphatically, Mommy, I'm sad, Daddy, I'm not happy. You don't see the child change in his or her behavior. So that is why it's a responsibility for you as a parent and to an extent to our teachers. Why? Because all the children have left home now. Where are they? In school. And if the teachers do not pick some of these things and tell us, the child, by the time they are coming back home, they may be feeling better, because when you have depression, as the day progresses, when the sun comes out, some of them start feeling better. So they will not even show it to us, but they showed it to you as a teacher in school. So you must know what has changed in this child. A child that has been very boisterous, very socializing a lot, all of a sudden the child will just be keeping quiet, the child will not be doing anything. And then mostly when you think of depression, you think of sadness. No. There's what we call smiling depression. There's what we call high functioning depression. The person will be very active, doing everything they want to do. If go for party, do everything, but that person is depressed. So children do not come out with the classical symptoms. But one thing in school, most times you will get to know is that the child's academic performance, and that is why we are not saying there's high functioning depression. The child may see the first three, doing everything, then once they now notice that they say the child is misbehaving. We don't know what happened. We don't know. Something just happened and the child just started misbehaving. The child has been trying to cope, has been pouring all that anger, sadness into reading. Because to him or her, that is our own safety place. That is our own place we can get happiness. But something will just snap. And then the child now starts misbehaving. So one of the ways forward we talked about is Proper Minds. So Proper Mind is a program that, because oftentimes we go around, we talk about mental health. At least last year, somebody died in Olashore. I'm sure some of you must have heard about it. And I was so happy that the school did not say, look, this happened, let us keep quiet. They called up a mental health symposium in Lagos Business School. Most schools, like some of the schools that are here, I'm sure some of you were also in that hall. Then this year, Corona School said, look, we also want to see how this mental health thing is, how we want to look into it. They set up a whole day for a mental health symposium at Tafawa Balewa Square. The truth is that it doesn't take anything. The professionals are available. It's for you to reach out to them and say, this is what I would want you to talk about to my parents. This is what I want you to talk about to my teachers. Proper Mind is actually designed for children and young adults. It's an 8 hours intensive program. It can be done on Saturdays, it can be done on a Friday and a Saturday, 4 hours. But you cannot tell children to do a whole lot within 8 hours in a day. It's not possible. But 4 hours is just fine. In this program, there are 3 major modules, and each lesson has up to 5 to 7 modules. They are teaching these children what mental health is. They are teaching them what the normal signs and symptoms are. They are teaching them how to relate to themselves, resilience, mental agility, self-esteem, how to help themselves. And if they see a child going through that issue, they are like, I think what I was taught, this. We need people in the school environment, though we are the highest in the world that have out of the school children, over 10 million. But at least those of us that have children in school, let them be able to have that mental agility, resilience. Let them have it. Our children are no longer resilient. Any little thing, I can't take it anymore. Everything is just boring. I'm tired. There is no light. I don't know how many of us grew up with light. Is that candle? What they call that thing? That one with then in the night around 7, they will, you know that it's time to go to bed. Everybody, but now you put TV in the children's room. Is it your parent in this room? And you have television in your child's room. Go home today and say, Dr. Kadiri said I should remove it. Please remove it. It is not helping your child at all. And that is why we are now saying, do not preach no to drugs. Because when you say no to drugs, it's not the right thing. The brains of everybody here got matured by the 24, 25 years of age. What we are now preaching when it comes to drugs, what we are now preaching when it comes to drugs is that let us preach delay initiation to taking drugs. Because when the brain is already mature, 26 years and above, the complications may be reversible. But if a child starts using drugs before the child reaches 25 years old, when the brain is still going through maturation, the complication may not be reversible. So Purple Mind is designed a 2-day program, 4 hours, intensive teaching the children these modules. It can be done in your school environment, it can be done in another environment, but we believe this will also help in helping the children. And because of the people that design this, I was part of the team that designed it, we make sure that it is not a fee that a parent cannot afford. In fact, if they are recharge card money, it is not out of fees, because they are actually trying to seek for grants so that people can really get help. The next slide, please move on to the next slide. This is the one that benefits, move on. This is the one that benefits me. Okay, this is not the slide I have. There's the one for teachers. The one for teachers is the behavioral and emotional support for schools. What that means is that this program is deployed to schools whereby the children have access to make unlimited telephonic counseling. You know, our children have phones these days. They have WhatsApp, they have text. Unlimited telephonic counseling, face-to-face therapy for the children, including their parents. And of course, the teachers in every school this program will be deployed to. We have a minimum of 2 of the teachers trained as the ambassadors to help make sure this program comes to life. And it's very important that we understand that we cannot have a holistic child without having that child well-rounded physically, mentally, spiritually, behaviorally, emotionally, and psychologically. Because if you neglect that aspect, that child is not growing up well. So the behavioral and emotional school support program is here to stay, and I would encourage every school to try as much as possible to see how that can be deployed into their school. The financial implication is very minimal. It's something that in fact you will dash somebody. But we want children to be able to have access to this telephonic phone. If it's a boarding school, my children are in boarding school. My CEO is sitting down here. We are in Corona School, Agbara, and more than half of the children are in boarding school. For those in boarding school, what are we looking at? We will deploy a CUG line. So they don't need to pay for credit. So please, health is wealth, and there is no health without mental health, because our children, they are our future, they are our legacy, and if we do not as much as possible give them what they need now by making them, train them to have this mental agility, resilience, we begin to start having problems, and we do not want to have those problems, because these are the issues that are around, and these issues can be solved by us. I thank you very much for the attention, and I think at this point we will try to say we can take questions.
During your speech, you said you were to drugs at age 24. So which kind of drug are you talking about? Are you talking about hard drugs or drugs?
And so some of us have aspirin, ibuprofen, all manner of medication, especially if you are using NHIS and you are not, you know that you are sick, but you keep going back to go and collect. After all, you pay money, let us just collect it. It starts from there, where we have those drug cupboards in our houses, and we just keep them there, we are not doing anything. Those drugs, ordinary paracetamol, a certain amount, and I don't want to say it, a certain amount is suicidal. The reason why we are having kidney problem is because all of us have abused paracetamol to a large extent. You don't know that that paracetamol you have been taking, my body is paining me, my leg is paining me, that is now affecting your kidney. Because the eliminating organs in the body are mainly kidneys, liver. So the drugs we are talking about here, we are talking about as minute as cigarettes, as alcohol. Some of us as daddies, we have a whole wine rack. Vodka, Hennessy, you are taking it, but you are telling your children, don't take it, it's not good for you, but they are seeing you. Children don't follow what you say, they follow what you do. So that cigarette, that alcohol, marijuana, cocaine, but they don't really get to those ones. The illicit street drugs that they use, the commonest ones we are having apart from codeine, tramadol, they put tom-tom in lacasera. Tom-tom in lacasera, they will shake it and take it, it gives them high. They use spirit and Coca-Cola. You know methylated spirit and Coca-Cola, it gives them the high. They sneak poo, lizard poo, and toilet put latrine poo. They sneak fuel. They put towel in fuel and squeeze the towel out and perceive it. Green. So please, some strange things. If your child did not used to like vegetable as a child, all of a sudden it's in secondary school now, university, he's always eating indomie vegetable. Check it, maybe marijuana is taking. Don't be deceived. Find out what is taking. Your child that doesn't like to read so much, because all of a sudden he's always carrying backpack. Search his room, send it to Auntie Lagbaja's place. Enter the room and search it and find out. Turn the bed upside down. Check everywhere. It's your child. It's not your friend. Parent your child now. Go back to intentional parenting. Let us receive sense. It's very important. The very last one. Yes. They are in three categories. Is the child that is active? Is the child inattentive? Is the child impulsive? So the best thing to do for that child, let the child go for psycho-educational assessment. Let the child have a diagnosis. Without diagnosis, you cannot manage. Some of them may go on medication, what we call Ritalin, Concentra. I'm sure some of you know those names because you have children in your class or your child is having it. But not all children go on medication because it can be mild to the severe form. If the child is on the mild form, you can do what we call behavioral issues, help the child with an occupational therapist to deal with the day-to-day daily activities. But if it is on the severe side, please, if you have a child like that as a parent, as a teacher, let that child go on low-dose medication. Within the next 3 to 6 months, 1 year, that child will become enough to be able to sit quietly in class. And yet, some of these children we have will not be the ones sitting in the front row. First seat. All the children behind that child will be distracted. Even our educational sector, even the way we arrange children, some children are visual, some are auditory, some are kinesthetic. And if you don't put them there like an attention deficit child at the back, when they can be moving, they can be shaking, if they are here, they will distract everybody. So let that child go for an assessment. That's the first thing. With that assessment, anywhere that child goes in the world, they will know that there's a standard diagnosis that you follow as this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We put it, maybe as you see, the child may even have a physical and medical condition, maybe asthmatic or something. We put it there and then we now say, look, this child may not need medication, he may need this. But this child may need medication, this is it. So please, if you are a teacher and you notice that, let the parents know. Beg the parents. They may be in denial, they may be ignorant, they may think it's a spiritual attack, tell them nobody is doing them. Because any intervention has been shown to give and yield a better outcome. Thank you very much.
Can we please put our hands together for Dr. Kadiri?